Hi, welcome to 20 Questions with Holden Garcia. I'm Holden, and this isn't actually 20 questions. I'm going to be asked 20 questions, and I'm going to answer 20 questions. Let's get started with the first question. Probably general indie alternative bands. I listen to a variety of them. So, for example, like Mumford & Sons, I'm thinking more Radiohead, like some of their stuff I like. There's also other like more modern bands that I listen to, so it really ranges, but anywhere in those two kind of genres. If I'm gonna be blatantly honest, random stuff. I could just be going about my day, and then this happens, and I'm like, whoa, that'd be a cool song. And then if I come up with any lyrics, or if I come up with a melody, then yeah, that's kind of how it happens. It depends what comes first. Like if the lyrics come first, if I come with a melody. I've been known like in the winter to have like just bursts of inspiration here and there. That's how I wrote my award-winning song After Hours. Go listen to it. If it's the melody or guitar riff that comes to me first, I'll build off of that. Whatever comes first, I'll build off of, and then if it works, I'll keep going and keep building until we have the complete tower. Writer's block. If I don't know what to put in a song, or like what lyric to put, or what guitar riff, if I struggle to find it, that's kind of the hardest part. It's just basic writer's block. Probably the feeling after the show is done. You just feel like you want to do that again. And that's the whole reason I'm here. Because that driving feeling like, hey, I want to do that again. Let's keep doing it. It's kind of like dopamine, almost. I have a most memorable one, but third place is Navy Pier when I played as an opening act at festival thing at Navy Pier. I just played looking out into the lake. It was pretty cool. Soldier Field, second place. Yeah, I played in the courtyard for a couple thousand people passing by to the Chicago Fire game. And then the best, most memorable one, United Center. I have multiple reasons for that. We got to get there early, so I just saw 20,000 empty seats around me. Number two, my parents and grandparents were there, so they got to like be there with me and experience it, which adds to part of it. Number three, I went there on my birthday, like 8 months after, to see one of my favorite bands, Mumford & Sons, which we might mention here later. I think playing for 20,000 people has to be my most memorable performance. Yeah. Occasionally, when I was gonna do the United Center Name That Tune segment, like I mentioned, 20,000 people all staring up at the Jumbotron, which was me, the commentator guy, and the contestant they picked out. So yeah, I was pretty nervous for that, but after that, everything was a breeze. Everything was a breeze to start with, but for 20,000 people, nah, that's really the only time I've been nervous. So, unpopular opinion if you listen to my stuff, electric. Even though I play out acoustic, I play electric way more. I've started on an electric guitar. I can shred more. That's, pedals are mainly for electric guitars, and I like pedals. So they do fancy things, they do fancy effects. That's how I learned to shred. On an electric guitar, I can just shred more. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna have to divide that up into acoustic and electric. My acoustic is a Godin A6 Ultra. It has two pickups, so one on the inside that gives it an acoustic sound, and one on the outside that gives it an electric sound. You can blend them by like two different faders. You can be more one than the other, or like vice versa. And for my electric guitar, probably my Epiphone Emily Wolf Sheraton, probably because of the tone it has, kind of the versatility, because it can be used for more mellow stuff and also heavier stuff. I just really like the look of it too. Vampire Weekend, Mumford & Sons, and you have to really know me to know this one, Blink-182. I'm a pretty big Blink-182 fan. I have two dream venues, MSG, Madison Square Garden, and the Red Rocks Amphitheater. That's really cool. And my dream festival, I haven't really thought about that. It's probably Lollapalooza in Chicago. my Hercules stand, which I don't know if you can see, it's right there. It's holding all my guitars. And my Kaiser capos, the Kaiser quick chains ones. I love those. Also 9-volt batteries. I don't know if that counts as gear. For those of you who don't know, acoustic guitars that can plug in most likely have to have a 9-volt battery stuck inside of them somewhere to power it. So yeah. Energetic, emotional, honest. For acoustic, it's a Collins C10 35 in sunburst with, they put in an LR Bags pickup for it so I can plug it in. And then for an electric, a Gibson Les Paul gold top with P90 pickups, probably, I think it's a 60s guitar kind of. If guitar playing is the only thing that they're moving their fingers like that for, that's probably not the best, because, fun fact, I can solve Rubik's Cubes, and I solve Rubik's Cubes pretty fast. That uses my fingers kind of going like this and stuff, so I don't know if that, it might help. Same thing if you're a gamer, you kind of move your fingers too. So if guitar is the only thing you move your fingers on, you might want to move your fingers on some other activity too. Has to be live stage, easily. Because in the studio, it's kind of like more cozy with less people, but also on a live stage, there's like strangers sometimes, a lot of the time strangers, looking up at you. It kind of can create more of a memory than of a more guided studio time, like, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that in this specific way, because that's how studios work. But performances are kind of more go with the flow, and I like that. Yep. I messed up many times. I mess up every single performance in some way. It could be from tiny to huge. If you watch the video of my song Opportunities that we filmed here, I messed up one of the strumming patterns. You can just kind of see me look down and go, like, shake my head. That's not the one I want to highlight. I want to highlight this one. I was at a performance recently, and I was playing the song I Will Wait, the cover, and in the second verse, I forgot, like, the first line. So what I did, because I sing it as a quiet part, I played the guitar louder than my vocals, so nobody noticed that I was actually just singing kind of gibberish. One for my originals and one cover that I played. So my uncle's in a band, American Pie Chicago. They invited me up to play a song with them, Folsom Prison Blues. At the end, the lead singer started, he went up to the mic into the crowd, went, hold in, hold in. So there was like 200, 300 people just chanting my name up there. So that was pretty cool. And the coolest reaction to my original music was at the Tainted Tapes release party. Go listen to Tainted Tapes, out now. And I was playing my song Opportunities, mentioned earlier in this interview, here, everywhere. But yeah, my friends, they were gathered around, they were singing along to the words. And then there was a part where I went down off the stage, and they just kind of like gathered around, and we just started like kind of dancing and stuff. It was pretty cool. If you know me, I'm a musician. Guitar Center is my kid in a candy shop. We went to the Guitar Center, we talked to one of the staff members. We were going to check out to get some basic thing, I think it was strings. And he's like, oh yeah, Holden, some kid came in and said he wants to buy a guitar because he saw this one young kid, and the staff worker said my name, and he's like, oh yeah, him. And yeah, I motivated some kid to play guitar because of me, so I'm happy about that. I'm not just a musician. I can solve Rubik's Cubes pretty fast. I've competed in them. I can solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube in around 5 seconds, and a 3x3 in around 40. So, yeah.